And welcome back to the Crookedrivercast. This is Robert, and joining me, as always, is Tom. We're just two guys from Northeast Ohio just trying to figure out what the heck is going on in our state. This is show 47 for the week of February 9th, 2026. And yes, we've got some stuff to discuss. Let's go. In the morning, Tom.
In the morning.
Again, chilly morning. Again. And, you know, I had all my hopes set for what the groundhog would say. And I've got mixed results.
Why? Because he's right 35% of the time?
Well, I got mixed results. I'm not sure who to believe in this case, because we can go with, I think it's Buckeye Chuck.
Mm-hmm.
Or Casimir, the cat.
Casimir, the cat.
Yeah. So Buckeye Chuck says, I think he said less winter. It's going to be 6 more weeks. Or he had the good forecast. He said, winter's going to be shorter this year. The cat says, no, winter's going to be much longer than we predicted. I don't know who to believe, the cat or the rat. And then it got me thinking, what a weird tradition. We got some strange traditions. Probably not the strangest one, but it is pretty strange. And I thought we could have our buddy Bill kind of bring it back and kind of explain what, this is kind of my thinking of Groundhog's Day.
Then it's the same old shtick every year. The guy comes out with a big stick and raps on the door. They pull the little rat out. They talk to him. The rat talks back. And then they tell us what's going to happen. This is one time where television really fails to capture the true excitement of a large squirrel predicting the weather. This is pitiful. 1,000 people freezing their butts off waiting to worship a rat. You're hypocrites, all of you.
Love Groundhog Day.
Tiny village, Western Pennsylvania, blah, 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 blah. As long as this groundhog keeps seeing his shadow, I don't see any other way out. He's got to be stopped.
He's got to be stopped, Tom. I think the next clip is him with the rat on his lap as they drive off a cliff. As he's trying to figure out how to get out. It's the day's repeating. That's it. He's got to be stopped. And it's like, what the heck? All because of a rat.
Yeah, that was a good movie.
Such a good movie.
Why don't they make him like that anymore?
They're lazy. No good writers anymore. I don't know.
I heard there was going to be a remake of that one. It's like, can't they do anything original anymore?
No, that is such a problem. I don't know. There's just too much. I think. I also think there's a lot of stuff that goes to streaming that would normally be movies. Maybe that's an easier avenue for a lot of people, a lot of writers and stuff. I don't know. Because a lot of these shows they come out with 8 episodes. It's just a long movie or 2 long movies chopped up into 8 episodes. So
yeah, kind of.
Could be a lot of that too. That some of the good writing's going somewhere else.
They could make it a movie if they took out all the woke shit. Oops.
Yeah. It would only be 2 hours. 2 episodes. You took all the woke crap.
Yep.
Yeah. I didn't know we had a cat that also told the weather, but apparently we do. And
you have to go with the rat because the cat can give you toxoplasmosis.
That's right. And that's probably what the problem is. But why is the cat coming out on Groundhog Day? The cat's very good. How does the cat identify? Please let us know. All right, let's bring some news or whatever, some complaining to the people. We'll start today off with I guess some good news. So
this should be in the good things section.
It should be in the good things segment. I think it's in the no, it's not in the good things segment. And I'll tell you why. So the story is: man convicted of trying to kill President Trump in 2024 sentenced to life in prison. Now, I brought this up to my wife at dinner last night, and she looked at me and said, well, "Which one?" And I said, "Exactly.
The other guy is dead."
The other guy's dead, But wasn't there 3, I thought, or something like that? There was one recently I heard. I don't know.
I think a couple of things have been stopped, but this was, there was actually a rifle pointed at where Trump was going to be. So
yeah, that's right. I forgot the guy in Butler they actually shot. Well, yeah, they shot him. So this is the guy that was hiding out at his golf course or a golf course.
Yeah, in Florida. Yeah.
In Florida, which I even brought up. Which this was a strange one because from what I remember, this stop at the golf course was a impromptu one. It wasn't on his schedule for very long, if I remember.
I think
something to that effect.
What this guy was doing was going there every day for I think 4 days. So I think he was just going there because he knew he was going to show up sometime.
Eventually in the next week or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay. And they caught him with the rifle pointed at him. And now here's why it's not part of the good thing segment, I think. Because this fine gentleman tried to save us a whole bunch of money. And he tried to off himself at the sentencing, and they stopped him.
They tried to off himself?
He tried to kill himself.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Yeah,
it's not in the story,
isn't it? Yeah,
I know he was trying to give himself up to go to trade places with somebody who's been arrested unjustly and imprisoned in foreign land. I guess something like that. I can't.
It says Cannon's courtroom erupted. This is the judge. Cannon's courtroom erupted in chaos in September when Ruth tried to stab himself in the neck with a pen shortly after jurors found him guilty on all counts. You know how much money he tried to save us? This guy is nuts, but he had some common sense. Just take it.
I think I would rather have him in prison. I'd rather have this guy rot.
Yeah, rotting is nice, but it's going to cost thousands of dollars a year.
It's worth it.
Is it worth it? It's totally worth it.
Yeah, no, that's too easy. There's certain people that you like. For me, just evil people that I just rather see them rot.
Don't let them take the easy way out.
Yeah,
I can agree with that. I don't know.
This guy's gonna go. This guy's gonna go crazy. Even more crazy, I guess. Is this guy? He's got mental issues.
Oh yeah.
He couldn't. I guess he couldn't say he was crazy. The claim insanity.
Well, he defended himself for most of the trial.
Well, that's already a good indicator.
Yeah. And so maybe he didn't. Maybe he does. If he doesn't think he's crazy, why would he? I don't know. But
I think you have to pass to represent yourself. I think you have to pass the insanity thing. You can't be insane and so he had to pass some type of test.
Well, after he tried to stab himself in the neck, they gave him an attorney, and the attorney tried to get him sentenced for 27 years, noting that he's basically turning 60. And the judge was like, "No, we want to make sure you don't get out, even at 87 years old. He
was trying to get 20 for the attempt, and then 7. That's for having a. He's a felon with a rifle. Felon with the arms.
Yeah, Palm Beach Golf Course. Yeah, it was. Okay, the West Palm Beach Golf Course. It was at, and so he's going away for a while, and I don't know, maybe we'll get a good book out of him here and there. We'll see. A lot of crazy
that's
people.
One thing I don't think should be allowed, but
yeah, it may not be in some cases. I don't know. That's a good question, but I doubt it. I doubt he's going to do anything, but except write on the wall. He's going to do a lot of writing on the wall of this.
Well,
case.
No, you know what? You get these weirdos who want to like ghostwriters or a writer, a author that will put something together. They're allowed to go interview him and stuff. I imagine.
Yep. I don't know. Hopefully we don't hear from him again. See you later. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Sayonara. And we'll move on through the list as we usually are. And the next one is going to be a good one, Tom. Next one's a good one because they have a little more time to
they're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats
in Springfield because a judge, I guess we can still call him a judge because I'm not sure. I'm more of an activist maybe, but a judge by trade has blocked President Trump's executive order removing the temporary protective status for all the Haitians.
Okay, Springfield. Last week I told you could let your pets out.
Yeah.
I retract that comment.
Bring them back in. They're not.
Bring them back in. Bring them back in. Close up your barbecues. Can't be out there.
Good idea, because I think it might have been a little premature.
Yeah, I was excited. And this is Judge Anna Reyes.
Yes.
In Washington. She's from D.C., or district around D.C. And I looked her up real quick just to let you know. She squeaked by when, they vote on them.
Mm-hmm.
And 2 Republicans voted for her. She wouldn't have gotten in if she didn't get those 2 votes. And that was Graham from Lindsey Graham, Haggett, and Susan Collins from Maine.
Did you see why the judge said?
Oh, yeah.
So Reyes said in an accompanying 83-page opinion that the plaintiffs were likely to prevail on the merits of the case, and that she found it substantially likely that Homeland Security Kristi Noem preordained her termination decisions because of hostility to non-white immigrants. That's funny.
She's not a judge,
Yeah, she's an activist.
Yeah.
So during this, she has a stay on it, so he can't do anything for the time being.
Yeah. Well, he could. I mean, the thing is, Trump is really trying to go by the book where he really doesn't need to, because the precedent has been set. That's been overturned how many times already?
Yes, one of the few things that are specified in the Constitution itself is the president. The executive branch has basically full control.
Yeah, and the other thing is how many times has a judge blocked something
and get overturned?
Trump's trying to play this nice, and I'm getting annoyed.
I understand that. I think he's also, every move he makes in this direction of putting more power in the seat of the executive branch scares me. I've seen it time and time again since I've been.
What do you mean more power?
I guess if he did it,
he's the executor.
I get it. Why does Trump have to come in and write 150 executive orders? Because Biden came in and wrote 100 executive orders, because before Trump wrote 75 executive orders. And
let me tell you why he has to do this, because Congress doesn't do anything.
Yes, and everything's getting put onto the executive branch. More and more of our elections, the presidential election shouldn't really be that important. Congress and the Senate should be the important elections in your state. Well, so that's kind of what, the more he does, I get it, but the more it gets focused on the executive branch, I don't know.
I just think that's a different subject. I think this is not this is not an executive order. He just stopped the temporary protective status. It's for freak's sake, it's called temporary for a reason.
They've only been doing this since it is temporary time since 2010.
You're right.
It's 15 years. I'm just saying. I guess my point is more if he's. I get it is frustrating, but I do see him trying to use the system. Go through the system. Don't just ignore a judge, because you start ignoring judges. What happens when your opponent gets in and starts ignoring judges? That kind of stuff.
But this isn't something this isn't something the judge can win. They're just doing it to give people time to figure out where to go if they want to try to stay criminals.
Yeah, right. I hear it. Yeah, absolutely. He's right.
Well, I don't feel like this is giving them more power, like giving the executor more power at all. This is what he's supposed to do.
How should he handle it?
Just keep going.
And ignore a court order.
Totally ignore it.
And then you set a precedent.
How many times has a precedent already has been set that they always get overturned because he has the right to do this. How many times is he going to keep doing the same thing?
And then you set the precedent.
This precedent was already set.
And you set another one. And this precedent is the president gets to ignore court orders.
Okay, so the president gets to ignore court orders after the 50th court order.
Sure.
Yeah, okay, that doesn't make no sense.
I get it. I'm not saying he's wrong and he can't do it. Actually, I'm not sure if he can or can't, or how much he can do in this case.
It's weak.
I'm just saying you can't expect the other side not to do it if you do it too. So why
they can do
should
it?
we be better than them? Should we be better than them?
If you try, no, you know what? They're not playing by the rules anymore because they keep trying to block him when they know they can't.
So then why have any rules?
What do they play by the rules at this point?
No, but somebody has to.
We need to take it back.
So you break the rules. So
I don't think it's breaking the rules.
The ends justify the means.
Yeah, actually, at this
now
point,
you're
yes.
a Democrat.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Now you're a progressive
yes,
because that's what they do. That's what
exactly.
they do.
So it's time.
I don't want to do that. No, I'm not. I'm not justifying that. No.
All right.
No. Yeah, keep doing it because we keep getting more and more, and before you know it, there are no rules.
Yeah,
it's almost that way now.
Before you know it, there's no more a democracy.
Before you know it, there's no more republic. We're almost there now.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean.
So we should keep going, or should we try to pull it back?
Right,
If we keep going,
you're not going to pull it back.
Oh well, then what the hell? Are we even talking about it for then?
Not the way they played the game.
Somebody has to be the grown up in a room. You can't just adopt their tactics and become your enemy.
I don't think that's a tactic because you're missing the point that I'm trying to make.
What's that?
They've already set precedent by winning. I mean, everything gets overturned. Like, so they're at this point not playing by the rules. What rule is there?
I understand.
Okay.
And I'm saying I get that you're right. That precedent is already set. Why set another one and even a worse one?
What other one? What would the precedent be at that point? Not to follow the judge's rules?
Yes.
Well, after how many tries?
It doesn't matter, though.
Yeah, it does.
No, to them it doesn't matter. They're not going. Are we going to argue this 5 years later that Trump had? Or no, they're going to say Trump ignored a judge. Now we can ignore a judge, but we're going to say, but look at the details, and everybody's going to say, what? I'm moving on to the next story.
And you'll see which direction this goes. That's just what's happening. We're not winning by following rules.
I think we are, actually.
I don't know.
I think in a lot of ways we are. I think you can't throw it all out. You throw the whole book away to save the book.
I'm not throwing anything out.
Well, yeah, that's where we're going towards, though. We're going towards.
You're still not seeing the big picture here. The big
picture is the precedent is. I get it. I get what you're saying. They've already overruled this many times, so they're going to overrule it again. So why burn the whole house down? Just wait.
I don't think you should just burn the house down. I think you should just keep going and fighting in court while you keep doing it, and you'll win. You'll keep winning.
Right. There's no reason. There's no reason to ignore the court and then start doing this. Just wait for the court to rule the way it's going to go. Wait for it to go up to the Supreme Court, and then you start doing it again.
Yep.
At some point, the solution.
And then next time when the Democrats are in court and they pack the courts, or next time they got power, they pack the courts, and then you'll never have anything again. That's just what's happening.
And what's the difference of ignoring a judge order?
You know what? We can save the republic. So
by destroying the republic?
No, by getting
it's kind of like borrowing to get out of debt.
By getting rid of their ways to cheat.
By cheating.
Yeah, okay. If that's what you think
it feels like to me.
I don't think it is.
Just follow the law. They've blocked you. Yeah, on a different case. But so because of the different case, you can just ignore this one? No, it's not. It's a different case.
Okay, all right.
So now all you got to do is wait for the Supreme Court to rule in your favor because you know they're going to, and then you go on. And then you don't have to burn the corner of the house down. 15 years. It's only temporary, though. I mean, I don't see it. It's racist. So that's
how's
where
it
you got to pull it
racist?
back. The judge says it is.
What about the 160,000 Ukrainians that he's trying to get
the details, Tom?
They're
details.
white. No, they're not white. They're Slavic.
In addition,
People think I'm white, but I'm a Slav.
In addition to the migrants in Haiti, Homeland Security Kristi Noem also terminated protections for 600,000 Venezuelans, 60,000 people from Honduras, again, brown people, more brown people, Nicaragua and Nepal, more brown people, and, 160,000 Ukrainians. Oh, that kind of throws a whole wrench into your...
Oh, I think the Ukrainian thing, we should go back to the 1990s and get rid of some of those.
The Russians too, man, those evil Russians.
Same thing. They're not, but you know what I mean. I know some of them. Yeah. No, I think they're awful.
Well, I think...
and I have some very good Ukrainian friends, but the little network of non-tax-paying business owners that there are, then there should be an investigation into that.
I don't know. These are just people, Tom. Let's listen to a report from ABC 6. This is out of Springfield area and Dayton maybe, and let's hear, because they had a prayer service and there's been some tears shed.
This judge's order is exactly what the folks who gathered in Springfield yesterday prayed for, an extension of that TPS deadline, although it's not clear how long it will last.
These are just people who are here because their lives are in danger, and they're really helping our community. They have done so much to help us grow.
Pastor Carl Ruby says he has about 170 refugees from Haiti who attend his Central Christian Church. Church members who he says were petrified of being ripped away from their loved ones and sent back to Haiti.
They are all afraid. They're terrified. They are terrified that they're not going to get free stuff. Houses and just not coming out.
Ruby was driving home when he heard the news.
And I pulled off the side of the road and wept.
He quickly shared that news with Haitian members of his church.
I started right then calling some of them and telling them. And then there was weeping on that end of the phone.
The mayor of Springfield in the statement said this ruling provides clarity and stability for families who are already part of our community.
Total clarity.
It reflects the reality that many individuals are working, paying taxes, raising families, and contributing every day to the life of our city. Maintaining that stability matters because unnecessary disruption creates uncertainty that serves no one. We respect the judicial process and remain committed to the well-being of the people who call our city home. Carl Ruby hopes this means Springfield will avoid major ICE enforcement, at least for now. He knows it's not a permanent solution.
We've got to have comprehensive immigration reform. Donald Trump has done some great things. He's the first president who's really taken border security seriously. That's really important. But when you go beyond that, and you start arresting people that you don't even have a warrant for, and you storm into town with masks and dressed like you're ready for World War III, that's not helping anyone.
It's not helping anyone. It's helping me. It's helping me. Maybe the 170 you have in your church are the nice ones, but I don't think you got 15,000.
I would love to hear from his congregation.
Oh, they were there in mass supporting and praying.
It's one of those. Oh, it's what was this, like a Lutheran thing?
It is. Does it say what church he's?
Do they have a rainbow flag?
Doesn't say what church he's in. I did not see any rainbow flags, but this is just the YouTube video that was pulled up while I was looking at stuff. So I'm not even sure what church it is. But yeah, I think it's one of those Progressive
United.
Churches. Yes, it's one of those progressive churches. Yes. Is it Progressive United?
No.
Oh, I thought you looked it up. Is it really Progressive United?
Progressive under God.
Yes, and he wept. And
suck a dick, we'll take you.
Yeah. While you're weeping. So temporary status. So definitely. I guess the question is, does ICE need a warrant to arrest an illegal alien? I don't think they do.
No.
All they need is an order of deportation and your name on it.
Yep.
Now, they can't just go busting in your house unless they have probable cause to think that person is in their house. They might be able to just bust in your house. If they see somebody running in your house,
I think it depends on whether this is a wanted criminal, not just when I say criminal, I mean like somebody wanted for
who has a warrant for doing something breaking, like
maybe didn't show up to court after some felony they committed, that type of thing.
Yeah, I think that's so. I mean, masks, and it's not. I mean, I don't know. I just didn't know which way to go with this guy. So,
as far as I know, this pastor is trying to protect pedophiles and rapists.
Well, he has I think a skewed view of the community, because he's got a couple of them that go to his church, and maybe they're super nice, but to say that they're all here just helping it, they're dragging down your community in many ways. And I'm sorry, I'm not saying immigrants drag your community down, but when you dump 15,000 from one place to another place, it completely changes the culture of that community forever.
Well, that was the idea.
Right. It's just change the voting demographic almost like they wanted to change the voting demographic.
Yeah. 30 years down the line, it's a completely different voting demographic.
What about all the jobs? What do they do for work? I can't imagine Springfield, Dayton, and the area has a overwhelming number of jobs that, I mean, it's a small town in rural Ohio. It's Springfield's one of those, the factory shuts down and half the people lose their job kind of place, or it was at one time.
Well, I think it was a lot of, Springfield had a huge problem with drugs and just people not wanting to work. So they bring these, the Haitians in, and some of these factories were able to reopen, but only because they're paying wages that aren't, somebody wouldn't want to work for. Low wages, driving the wage low.
Yeah, maybe. Well, I think then the next story we'll talk about what some of those wages are. But I don't know. I definitely don't think. Do you think Kristi Noem went through and that? Yep, give me all the brown countries. Let's get all those people out first. It's like, come on. Yeah. Tell us what you think. Tell us who's right. Send us an email, crookedrivercast@gmail.com. Check out the blog. Every Monday when the show drops, it'll be on the website, crookedrivercast.com. You can check out the stories. A lot of the clips we'll have up there. And if you're feeling up to it, you can always you can try to find me on X.
Me love cookies.
Send me a message if you do, and I'll say hi. Appreciate you listening. Share the show. Leave a comment. Leave a review. Tell your friends. Tell your family. All right, keep it moving. We'll stay on the immigrant or illegal immigrant angle and go on to this next one, because this one, this week was. I had this last week, I think, and I had to hold it back because I had to look through it. And it started with this town hall article, townhall.com article. It is exclusive. Bombshell footage claims judge can be bought with bribes in Ohio immigration courts. And I went, oh, really? So this is a 25-minute undercover video of, there's multiple different times and locations that this reporter has done this. So Town Hall basically had a reporter go in, infiltrate this business. It's unclear. It's kind of unclear what business is it. Is it a front? Does this person have a front? But anyway, so he's got under hidden camera footage of migrants being taken care of in Ohio. I guess they're from Mauritania. Yeah, it says it in the clip. Pronounce it better. Someplace in Africa, I believe.
Mauritania.
Mauritania, that's it. And this is in Lockland, Ohio. And raising
Little Africa.
Little, as put in the clip. That's not our terms. That's the 60-year-old white ladies.
No, that's
opinion.
True, though.
She says
that's what they call it.
Yeah, that's what she calls it, Little Africa.
I don't think she calls it that. I think that's just called. I think it's on the map now. Official maps, Little Africa.
So the footage includes, I think, is it? Wait, what? All right, I want to look. I want to see that.
They put a zebra there on the map.
Oh, that I seen that. Oh, I just thought it was a nature preserve or something. That's the same thing.
It's Lockland.
Oh, Footage includes allegations that some migrants are being coached. Oh, come on. How to navigate the asylum system, encouraging to fabricate claims and to meet legal thresholds. Again, go out and watch this video because it will infuriate you. But to me, it answers a lot of questions like, how do they get away with this? How does this happen? How corrupt is the system? And half of our federal government, half of our federal spending is corruption. Half of that. Half of the federal budget is corrupt payouts. The more I learn, the more I'm convinced half of our budget every year is corruption. And I think a couple things I noticed when we play these clips, I got 4 of them here. So these people are very proud of what they're doing. And in the first clip, it's going to basically starts with this guy, the reporter, who's got a hidden camera on, talking to one of the people that helps out. I think they say her name, it doesn't really matter. She's like a mid-60s, late 50s, early 60s white lady helping. He's donating water.
Cindy Rice.
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 And that's how this clip starts. So we'll just start it off with that.
Is there a way I can help the newcomers, the people from Mauritania?
Oh, we got them all here too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. See,
did you guys are the ones that kind of took care of them?
Yeah.
Oh, bless you.
My best friend, she gained one. So
they've been here for a little while now.
Best friends living there.
Maybe a year or so.
Oh my gosh!
They've been populating over here.
You guys been able to handle that?
First it was overwhelming, but now we can't.
How's your friend's boyfriend adapting?
Long pause.
He's staying with us right now. But see, he has his own place too. Mm-hmm. He's got a place with 4 or 5 other guys that he pays his part of the rent for, but he comes and stays with her.
Right. That's on Mulberry, maybe.
Yes, Lachlan. Mm-hmm. I call it Little Africa.
Mm-hmm. She calls it.
I call it Little Africa.
Right.
Because they stand out everywhere. They're all over the place.
Right.
And well, I mean, it is what it is. Fine. Welcome to America.
Did they work?
Welcome to America.
She got a job?
She gets them their papers. She does.
Oh, they get them the papers to work.
She helps them. She helps them.
All right. Is there a way to help with that?
Mama.
Hello, Mama.
Yes.
Do they need work?
He's talking about work. He's talking about everything. He knows about Mulberry Street. He knows about all this shit.
Yeah. He knows about all of it. The best I can.
So Mama is Patricia Golder. And I don't know, she's Jamaican or something. She seems like she has a Jamaican accent.
That name has to be fake, right?
I mean, good chance. Golder from somebody with her accent. I'm not sure.
Like a Jewish name or something. I don't know. That's weird from Jamaica. She sounds like she's from Jamaica.
Yeah, it sounds like she's from Jamaica. And that's what this lady introduces the reporter to Patricia Golder, who is basically running this scam. And this next clip, Patricia starts explaining kind of what she does. And that's kind of what we started talking about. In this clip, she's going to talk about how they coach these people, to scam the system. And this is just scratching the surface. Again, it's a 25-minute video, so can't get it all in here, but this is just scratching the surface. Let's go with clip 2 here. This is how it starts.
So you've been over on Mulberry.
I haven't been there. I just, I heard that, and I think I saw some people coming in and going.
That's a big African place.
I almost was going to bring the water directly there, but somebody said, don't do that.
The what?
I was going to bring the water directly in there, but they said,
no.
They said,
No, definitely.
We were talking about maybe getting them some work.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do.
And then the question is, do they have papers or not?
Some of them have papers, some of them don't have papers.
Okay.
She can.
And what we could do for the one that we don't have paperwork, you give it like cash.
Okay.
And then like we can ask accession and say they volunteer.
Say that again. Oh, say that they're volunteering.
And say they volunteer,
right.
Or you pay them.
I hope there's other people doing it that way too.
Yes, some people do it.
Is there like a big company that they can work for?
There's like a couple companies take them, but I have to sign for them.
You have to sign for them. Which companies are taking them? Maybe I know people there.
Yeah, I have to say, I can't do that because they cannot strip with that part. That's because of the ice.
The ice.
So they don't have any leak.
Right.
Yeah, because ice will go there and take them away. Ice don't play.
Right.
Ice don't play.
Anywhere.
Under the radar.
Where?
They have to have to work under the radar. They don't have the paperwork.
Because they don't have the paperwork. I thought they were legals. People were telling me they're legal.
No. No.
Heck no.
When you go to Columbus, it's a court.
There you
When
go.
you go to Columbus, they ask you questions. And they ask you, what do you want to stay in the United States of America? How you come here? And you tell them how you come here. They ask you, why, if you go back to your country, what will happen to you?
Right.
If you don't have sense and tell them, say, okay, they will kill me.
Right.
Then they send your ass back. If you come with some little silly thing, they send you back.
Right.
But if you have something and say, okay, I can go back because I'm gay and my country don't accept gay, so they're going to kill me.
Right. How'd they get here then?
They come to the border.
The where?
The border.
The border.
Let's take a border.
But that's nowhere near the border.
They come through Panama Canal.
They come underground.
They come through Panama Canal and they walk under the ground.
Coyotes.
And come down.
Coyotes.
And then when they come, they cross that water. That's where they make the chain link.
Coyotes.
Human being bodies hold each other and come across water.
Gotcha.
Many people died. Many people lived.
How much did it cost to get here?
Well, some pay over $5,000 because you have to pay domestic and then you can't cross the border.
From Panama Canal all the way up to the border. Guess who doesn't control the Panama Canal anymore for the past many years? The United States. Guess who wants to get the Panama Canal back? You know, that's one of Trump's pushes, right?
Oh, yeah.
I think this is one of the reasons.
I think we got it back, don't we?
I don't know.
I think we made him an offer that we're going to repair it, but we're going to control it. What?
An offer they couldn't refuse? No, I'm just kidding.
I don't know the details.
I know we got him to kick out China basically out of there.
Yeah, there was a big problem.
Something China was putting ports on either end of it or something, either side of it.
Anyways, this story is a little shocking. Do you got more on it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'll let you go.
I got more. So that's what so she starts off with this, how they coach them. And I kind of already knew this was happening. This is kind of the NGO kind of stuff. Oh, no, tell them this. Tell them you're gay. Tell them you're trans. Tell them you're going to die when you get back. And then they can't send you back. Legally, they're not supposed to, I guess. And that's the innocent part. That's actually the very mild, as infuriating as that may be. The next part is so again, she doesn't want to say much. And you can see, though, now the next clip is going to be, I think they're in her kitchen or something. And it seems like they've become friends because now she's very proud of what she does. Very proud that her brother taught her how to do this and how much money she makes. To what we were talking about before. Oh, well, how does she make money?
I gotta say, it was easy to get her to talk. Jeez.
Very easy because she's very proud about what she does. And that's usually where people go wrong. They want to tell.
And a little dumb.
They want to tell you how smart they are by acting really stupid and running their mouth. Well, this guy's looking for labor, and he's like, maybe I get him jobs, and he's donating things to the cause. So he's really befriended them. It seems like, I'm not sure. It doesn't really explain how long this went on, but it seems like multiple different times. She had different hairdos, different locations, all kinds of stuff. Again, 25-minute video that they cut up. Goes on to a point where she's talking to one of the guys from Africa, and he's explaining to him how they get in with some of these companies, and she names the companies. I think she made in some of these clips, but it's Tyson is one of the companies
of course.
She names, and then some Brush Foods or something like that.
Yeah, I think they should be taking a business license away from these places.
And I can't imagine how long this is going to take to get down or up the ladder, I should say. And
really?
Have Tyson have a visit. What?
Yeah, okay. This is something that we've known about for a very long time. So it's not.
Now we know
anywhere.
who. Now I can't imagine Tyson's had a visit yet.
Didn't we close a Tyson plant down in somewhere in Iowa or something like that? I don't know if it was Tyson.
Yeah, short time they shut it down.
Yeah, and got rid of a ton of employees. So they know about this.
Right. Oh, yeah. I'm not. Yeah, they know what happens. It's now you have names and faces to find. I mean, it's one thing to go to Tyson and round up a few people, but to find the actual people that are supplying Tyson would be, to me, this is what we're talking about.
Yeah. No, this is small potatoes. I think they need to. I think most of this happens across the border from like money coming from the Soros Foundation and stuff.
Well, it seems she's self-funded.
Yeah, well, I mean,
she gets this guy. You'll see it in the article is the guy in the blue hoodie that's in the picture of the clip of the article. She talks to him, and with the guy, in her kitchen, and kind of breaks down how it happens. She gets them jobs. For example, the hospital in the area will hire some of these illegals. They get $24 an hour to start.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. She gets $4 an hour.
Oh, I see.
She's self-funded.
Yeah. No, well, I understand what you're saying here. I mean, this is shocking because it's happening right here in our backyard. I just think
shocking is maybe not. I'm not as much shocked as I am just intrigued on how they get it done.
Oh, okay. I mean, I think most people find it shocking that, like, you hear this kind of stuff happening, but I think a lot of this stuff happens across the border before they come into the States. Meaning, like, I think they're taught how to stay in the country and stuff like that. And maybe, they probably still need help finding a job. So then these type of criminals are out there helping them find jobs and making probably a pretty good buck.
Yeah.
I mean, let's say she gets 100 people jobs and she's getting $4 from each person. That's pretty good.
But the shocking part actually comes next, and it goes further than that. That's where the judges come in. So how are these people they're getting green cards, they're getting social security numbers. How are they getting those? Well, I mean, according to this undercover video, judges are being bribed. And
more activist judges or just greedy judges?
Well, let's talk about it. Let's hit the clip and then we'll talk about it. It's this next one. Yep. Clip.
See all these names?
Yeah.
I have them in my book. Okay? I go to the bar like everybody should.
Go to the bar.
Spot the judge. I say, you work on this date? You like, let me see my colleague that he go in his phone. Yeah? What's your problem? I said, I got all these boys, man. All right. Want to let them back here because they work for me. All right, you better give me 50 G, baby.
50 G's.
The judge says that?
I'm scared of nothing. Oh, they leave.
I'll pause it here because it's a little hard to hear this part. The next part's better.
Clip is off. Oh.
Yeah. Next part's better. So she's explaining how she goes to the bars where the judges drink, even though she doesn't drink, and she buddies up next to him. She has a list of names. She asks, "Are you going to be working on this day?" And and then he says, "Okay, what's your problem?" And she says, "I got to get all these boys in. They work for me." And he goes, "Okay," counts the numbers up, goes, "It'll be 50 G's." Right? So let's go to the next. Keep going.
You want to pay a bill just like me and you. Come on, man.
How does the judge get paid, dog? Because
no, nigga, you got to help me. I'm going to come back and say, hey, watch out. We have this deadline. We need $50,000. And then the list me look, count them down. Calculating. You give me this, you give me this. Gotta make the money. Right. We have 40 men.
40 men.
$50,000. So everybody got to pay $1,200.
But then you have to do the dangerous part of getting it to the judge.
Right, exactly. So I would like it. See something they call lime? Where you can trace back.
What's it called? Lime?
Lime.
Uh-huh. Oh, it's an app.
You can trace back.
And you send it through
Lime.
You send it through Lime.
Tell me, it's everything's traceable. Lime's not traceable. So that's what she did. And then she charges each. So she gets them jobs, takes a cut of the pay so that they can pay her $1,200 or whatever it costs to get your social security number. And she explains later on that, okay, if you get somebody in Social Security number in Cleveland and you send them to Cleveland, you can reuse that name and Social Security number, but you got to send them to Cincinnati. You can't send them too close.
Right. But they don't have a system that like communicates.
I don't know. It doesn't seem that way, or it doesn't do it very well.
Because they don't want it to, or because it just we don't have the funds to do that.
I would think the want is more of the lack of wanting. And so she goes on to explain in the next clip that how many judges are involved. She's got names. She names names, but they censor it out. But there's one, they mentioned something that I wanted to dig a little bit further into real quick, but let's just finish this minute and 20.
You see this judge right here?
Which one?
This one.
What's the judge?
I can't see it.
You see if you want to talk to them, and one of these judges, see if you want to talk to none of them, you don't want to talk to one judge.
Talk to one? You only have to talk to one.
I want to talk to
one person.
Because they all talk to each other.
Just get one judge. All of them talk. That's what you have to understand. Every one of them talk to each other.
Right.
If you have to go talk to him, talk to him.
But have you ever talked to him?
Yeah, I talked to him. Call his number. Give me the number. I call the ask me. Okay.
She's in charge of the entire. She's the lead judge in the. Yeah.
You go back in her phone now. You know,
lead judge.
She's. You do like this. What's the phone number?
Talking into her phone.
Need the court paper where they have that the IDIP, that number.
Okay. So this is a little bit later on, I guess, and he's talking to her over the phone, and he's kind of going, well, which judge should I talk to? And she's like, go to the top one. And he's like, wait, what?
It's important to me to look them up. If I found out who is the judge, then I can call the phone number and tell them this person going to this judge, S and Y, the date when they go in and everything.
You think you could get judged?
Anybody, when we don't talk to him, I say anything after that, I don't care. You're free to send it back to them. This is what we're going to put on the table for you. Right. So you're with me or you're without me?
You're not afraid to go after the one on the top?
Listen, you just go where you want to start from the bottom.
If you would do that with the chief immigration judge in the country, man, you're fucking gangster.
Who?
Talk to anybody.
Who? The chief immigration judge in the country? And he keeps saying she. She has her phone number. That's the implication here. Who's the top immigration lawyer?
Why don't they give the name of the judge?
Not sure. I would only guess to say these are just allegations from somebody. You know, you're going to post that without verifying. I don't know.
Yeah.
Libel laws, maybe something like that. I don't know if there is that much. He's a reporter, but they're unverified.
Oh, okay. But I mean, you could always say something like alleged. You know, right. It is alleged. I don't know. Yeah, I guess I don't.
I kind of shook my head and scratched my head about that too. But that's where I came to. I was like, well, you don't know for sure, and you're going to throw all that. Who knows what? You know, I don't know. You start making allegations like this, and people start showing up at judges' houses. I don't know. Stupid, but I don't know. Some overly cautious, would be my guess.
So this is from Town Hall, you know, media from which is from Washington D.C. I think.
Yes, I do not. This is not a local. Town Hall's not local. Yeah,
and
Amy Curtis is the author of this.
And so when is the FBI going to look into this?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I hope somebody's getting visits soon. That's what I was saying earlier. How long before this gets up the ladder and people start getting arrested? Because you've got names, you've got faces, I'm sure there's more video. Who's the top judge? Who is top immigration judge in country? No, that's not. No, misspelled. Who's top immigration judge? Teresa L. Riley, who was just appointed in December of 25.
By who?
Well, it would be by Trump.
I don't know if that's how.
But The previous leadership was also
Cleveland and Detroit.
Previous leadership was Sheila McNulty. McNulty.
Right.
McNulty? Get out of here. It's not McNulty, is it?
I don't even see that name.
I'm sorry. I'm looking in Google. Who is the top immigration judge in the country, and she replaced another woman. So
Teresa Riley was appointed in December, serving as acting chief immigration judge and holding various leadership positions in Cleveland and Detroit. So she's a homie. Huh.
But it might not be her. And the reason I say that is in part of this video, this Patricia lady starts talking about her brother, who is now a fugitive because he expired, his 30 days to leave the country expired. And when was that? That was like a year ago. When they put that, hey, you can self-deport. You got 30 days of self-deport, right? Didn't they do that?
Yeah.
I'm thinking December of 25. This is all filmed before December of 25.
Oh, you know what? You know who initial appointment was William Barr in 2019. Let me see here. The Attorney General.
Yeah, but he said top immigration judge, not lawyer.
Yeah.
And it says here, and at least the Google says, what's her name? Teresa is now appointed in 25, but previous leadership was Sheila McNulty. So it was another woman. So I don't know. Is it this person? I don't know.
She was appointed by William Barr and then probably appointed by her permanent appointment in December 2025. Chief immigration judge under federal regulations. The Attorney General is so who's our Attorney General? Is that Pam?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Right here it says Pam Bondi. So she was appointed by Pam Bondi. Thank you.
But Teresa was.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think we're talking about Teresa.
Well, oh, okay.
I think we're talking about the one before Teresa.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
Like I say, in the video, she complains or she mentions her brother is now a fugitive because they gave a 30-day notice to self-deport. He's still here. And that was like beginning of Trump's presidency.
Okay.
So I think these videos they could be as much as a year old.
I see. Okay.
There's if you watch, it's fine. I don't know if I explained it correctly, but there's multiple videos over a time frame we don't know because they cut in and out a bunch of different times. You could tell, like one time the one in the clip we're looking at, he's videoing the phone that he's talking to her over the phone when she says, a bunch of that stuff. So I don't know. I don't know. And I'm not saying that's either one of these people.
Yeah, it's before. Yeah, you were right. Sheila McNulty.
And as regional deputy chief of immigration judge.
Right.
Chief immigration judge. But they say top immigration judge in the country. Did he mean in the state? He may have misspoken and said in the state because this is all about Ohio. And she's talking this whole time about judges in Ohio and, moving people around Ohio. So maybe he misspoke. I don't know. But it is is it a coincidence that the last two were women and he's talking about a she and the top judge and blah, blah, blah. So
Merrick Garland appointed her. So yeah, the previous administration.
That would fit.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I guess
we're just kind of doing a quick search here. Yeah. But Sheila McNulty, she was Biden administration appointee.
So check out this article. They do a good job explaining the video in the article. They do leave out a lot of it because it is a 25-minute article, a 25-minute video. I think it's well worth a watch, especially since they have the subtitles and apologize for the crappy clips, but I thought we'd give it a try, but some of it came through.
I couldn't even hear some of the stuff. So
she was low, and also she's got a thick accent, so it was hard.
Well, it's all the background noise. That's the worst.
I think that was a.
He must have gone to the O'Keefe Media Group to figure out how to do sound.
Yeah. What do they use for the noise reduction thing on this show?
I'm not sure.
Some Adobe thing. I don't know if you have to pay for that. I got to check that out.
If it's Adobe, you do.
Definitely. I do pay for Adobe for some stuff, but I think it could have used a little reduction. But anyway, you get the picture. Go watch the video. It's quite shocking, like you said. And that's when I get to when they're talking about she had a list of, 5 or 6. You couldn't see names because it was flashed in the camera. I'm sure at some point there's a better shot of it. Maybe. I hope. But she basically was saying, you only got to talk to one of them because they all talk to each other. Right. And if you get one, you've got them all. So I was like, oh, great. And to keep on judges. Oh, wait. No, that's it. Keep on judges. We're going to do a quick follow-up to our favorite judge, Judge Celebreeze. Judge Celebreeze conveniently changed her plea. If you remember, she is on trial for. Actually, I think the trial is.
It's over. She's waiting for the judge or the sentencing.
Right. It's for some. It's not even for what we have talked about. Really, it's
not the original thing. This is for deviating funds. I think. Well, not deviating, but
forging or misrepresenting something on paperwork or something to that effect. I'm trying to find a
record tampering.
That's it.
That's the official thing, but
that's what kind of got her. She changed her plea to guilty, and she's really one of the only reasons to do that is because they know that she's not going to get jail time.
Yeah.
And the judge has already said, I'm reserving the right to give you jail time, but probably just going to give you probation for 3 to 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
But I thought the quote of the story really was this one, which it was the Cuyahoga County Prosecutor's Office who said, today's plea illustrates that nobody is above the law. Integrity on the bench is essential. Anything less undermines the very foundation of our courts. That's Lexi Bauer, the communications manager of the Cuyahoga County Prosecutor's Office. Has justice been done? What?
Well, I think she pled guilty mainly because they probably had so much on her that there was no way to win the trial. So she pled guilty, and it's not. I don't think it's a plea deal, but it's kind of you'll get a lighter sentence.
Yeah, I guess that's true. She didn't really plead; she just changed her sentencing. But they knew, so she kind of knows that she's going to get a light sentence, and that's maybe why.
Sure.
But how does this deter anybody else from doing it?
Well, she's not a judge anymore, and they took away her license to practice law for a year.
For 2 years, but probably be a year.
Yeah, exactly. So that's a career ender, basically.
Yeah. I think jail time would definitely set it.
Yeah, it'd be nice.
Permanent.
Well, I don't really care too much. Her career, she's not a judge. That's the most important thing.
Yeah.
And as far as I'm concerned, every lawyer is a crook. So, I don't know. It's all right with me.
Except for lawyers that listen to Crookedrivercast. Those people are good.
Yeah, okay. No, I say that in general. I just think there's a lot of scummy.
Broad brushes.
But 6 months would be cool, I guess. I don't think she needs more than that.
Yeah, even it'll be one of those cushy prisons. That's fine. I get it. She doesn't need to go to hard prison, but taking your personal freedom away really sets it, and then setting her as an example is what I'm kind of getting at. They're not going to do that. It's a good old girls club and good old boys club.
I think she should go to a hard prison for 6 months. She should be like the lonely white dot in the field.
Hopefully she gets put in shares a cell with a trans woman.
Oh,
make it even more exciting.
I don't think she's a woke judge. That'd be good for a woke judge.
Still be funny. Okay, so that's a little wrap up. She changed her whatchamacallit. Now she's guilty. She's going to get a slap on the wrist, and hopefully we don't have to talk about her anymore.
I just don't want to see that name anymore. Celebreeze. It's all my life.
Yeah,
and I'm old. What the hell?
And public office, and now this.
Mm-hmm. Buildings.
Oh yes, right. Oh, but they sold it, aren't they? Is that the one they're selling, or no?
Yeah.
I can't remember. Isn't it? Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
I think it is. All right. Moving on. Oop, where did that go? There it goes. Moving on to, it's been a couple shows in the first of the year, and this is as long as I can wait, Tom, without talking about school funding. Couldn't hold back any longer. And you built up a couple of stories in the in the show notes here. And one is, I think, kind of interesting because some of the cities in Ohio, I think, might actually be getting the message, I should say, from their constituents.
And I'm wondering if they see the writing on the wall here, or is it just a way to, like, because I feel like you're going to get double screwed with this. Are they going to lower your... Okay, talk about the story. We'll talk about it afterwards.
Yeah, as frustration mounts over repeated property tax defeats, school districts across Ohio, including New Philadelphia City Schools and Parma City Schools, are increasingly turning to earned income taxes as an alternative to funding themselves. The districts are preparing income tax issues for the May ballot, according to WOSU, yeah. Earlier this month, New Philadelphia schools in Tuscarawas County voted to place a 1.5% earned income tax proposal before voters after 4 unsuccessful attempts to pass property tax levies. We've been at the ballot 4 times. Treasurer Julie Irwin said, our community has voted down 60-40, and they've made it well known that they cannot afford it. They finally got it after 4 tries. 60-40. That's a lot of these. That's in my community. It's about that. It's usually almost 70-30 at times.
I think they're talking about your community, right?
No, I wouldn't. I don't know what you're talking about. Irwin added that farmers and senior citizens in the district especially cannot afford the increase in property taxes, which prompted the district to examine alternatives. Yeah, I think, and they bring up in the earlier article that especially farmers, because they have lots of land, which would incur large property income taxes.
These, you know what?
Or property taxes.
They get a good discount on property taxes. And I mean, maybe if I'm talking, you would have to have hundreds of acres, maybe. But a small farm, it's not that bad. They get the whole CAUV, CAUV, which I forget what it stands for.
From what I remember, it's pretty lame, though, isn't it? Is it really that?
I know.
Does it really
cut
it that? Does it?
Yeah. Well, like if you're running a farm that's on razor thin margins and you got 400 acres, I don't know. That's a little.
Yeah. Literally almost quoted it. Rural communities often have farmers who own lots of property, and so the value of the property is very high, and yet their income isn't.
Yeah, I mean, if they're running on, it's not easy to be a farmer, so you get a bad season that could really just screw you. But
well, it's a good point though. So they have a discounted rate, basically, right?
There's CAUV. It's an agricultural discount, and like when I was looking at properties, I was only looking at like between, let's say, 10 to 20 acres, 10 to 30 acres, really. And it's significant. I mean, it cuts it in half, basically.
Okay.
But I mean, if you have 400 acres, that's a half isn't enough. Even if I don't think it's quite a half, but it's a good bit.
Well, whether it's enough or not, I'm not even debating. I'm just thinking if you paid X 10 years ago and you get through your discount and your property went up 60%, regardless of your discount or not, is still going to go up 60%.
That's true. So
they're still paying more. You're right. They do that's a good point. But I didn't think about it. Yeah, but they're still getting hammered with a 50% increase.
Yeah,
of their discounted rate. So it's still,
things. Yeah, because it's funny when it goes into property taxes are funny because it's like you're not being charged for you're being charged for what it's assessed for, which isn't usually what it can sell for.
No,
it's usually a little less. But yeah, I mean, I don't. This is,
and that's what we've kind of complained about. Is it seems as though some communities, the people adjusting the property values have some influence or being influenced to maybe, increase them a little bit more than to get the schools, all that kind of stuff. Are they in cahoots together? That kind of,
No, I don't know. I think each county does it a little differently. So it's confusing. You know what I mean? Like it's hard to, like if I'm talking about somebody in Geauga, they'd handle it differently than Cuyahoga does. And it gets a summit is different, and it's just it's confusing.
So they want to go back they want to try something different.
Yeah.
And that different thing is an earned income tax to go on the ballot.
And this doesn't include Social Security or I forget. There was a
retirement.
It wasn't really hitting the retirees.
Wouldn't this make it worse?
What do you mean?
Wouldn't if you?
I don't think the retirees should be paying more property taxes. They don't got kids in school.
No, I'm saying is
not property, but this thing.
They're paying property tax currently.
Yeah.
And if you switch to this model, they wouldn't be paying they wouldn't be paying into the system at all. I mean, I know we still have property taxes. I'm just saying, if you start moving to this model, you put more burden on smaller amount of people.
Well, I don't know how much smaller, but I don't like this because it's not like I don't think your property taxes are going to go down. That's where I'm getting at. I was wondering if they're scared because property taxes are going away, possibly going away, or are
they are, and some not.
I don't think they are, but I think. Let's see.
They kind of already have in some ways, which they mentioned in the article.
What do you mean?
So it says Parma, the board is advancing a 1.75 earned income tax credit.
On top
support.
of what they got already.
Right.
Parma's one of the highest taxes, earned income tax.
Hold on, let me finish.
Okay.
To support daily operations while also offering property tax relief by allowing 3 existing levies to expire. Now, I pointed this out because my first initial was, are they really just letting them expire? Because I don't think they're allowed to renew them.
Yeah.
With the current legislation.
And
so there is some property taxes that will fall off that aren't going to be put back on because of some of the new legislation.
Right.
But we're not talking about abolishing property tax. We're just talking about they've changed how they can put levies on the ballot and restricted counties and districts from doing emergency levies and all this other stuff. So there is going to be less levies.
Right.
That's kind of the whole point.
Mm-hmm.
But what I mean is, if you go to the extreme, which is where I'd like to see, is completely get rid of property taxes.
That's right. Yeah.
And if you go with this model, you're putting the burden on a smaller amount of people, in my opinion. Because it depends on your community.
I don't think so, because it depends on the community.
You have more retirees in your community than you do people working. That's what I'm.
That's probably that. Again, that's a ebb and flow of society. But you could have 3 income earners in a home or more, or 2 or 1. I think overall it's less burden.
Okay, I mean, this depends on the community. If you have an aged community, then maybe not.
Again, that's
why do retirees get to opt out of paying for services?
For schools, they're not paying for services; they're paying for school
and services with the property taxes.
That's property taxes,
right?
But they're not getting rid of property taxes; they're just doing this to pay for schools,
right?
Yeah, not yet, and I doubt ever, but hopefully. But yeah. If they got rid of property taxes totally, that would have to be, it would be calculated differently.
Right.
It would need to be. Yeah.
My whole view of it is to spread it out more.
I'll tell you the truth. I don't want retirees to be paying anything as far as property taxes go. They're mostly on income that's, fixed income. I don't think they should be paying.
But if you have a 401k that you're drawing from, you don't get local taxes off that?
I don't know. Not for this.
Right, but I mean, you don't pay income taxes from that?
Sure, yeah.
So why wouldn't this be part of that then? That means
you already are paying. This is on top of what you're already paying.
Right, but they say
so. You're paying 2.5% right now, and now they want to add another 1 3/4%.
Yeah, depending.
So I would think the additional 1 3/4 would be, the retirees wouldn't be paying that, but they're already paying the 2.5%. And if this is for schools, I don't think retirees definitely shouldn't be paying for this.
Why?
If it's just for schools?
Yeah.
Because they don't have kids in schools anymore.
So?
What do you mean, so?
You shouldn't pay for schools.
Then what's the difference between this and property tax?
Well, nothing. Except it would spread it out over a more diverse amount of people. You would get people.
I already gave you my thought on this.
Yeah.
And you're not going to change my mind.
Oh, I'm not trying to change your mind. I'm just saying. I'm asking why.
But you're asking me why, and I already told you they don't have kids in the school system, and they're mostly on a fixed income. I mean, most of them. I mean, I'm not going to. I'm sure there's some retirees that are doing very well, but most people are on a fixed income. I don't want them paying more taxes.
I'm not saying they should pay more taxes. I'm saying you get rid of. Let's say you get rid of property tax.
Mm-hmm.
Should retirees pay?
That should be a relief. To me, that's a relief. Well, if you get rid of property taxes, then this has to be recalculated. This
right. That's what I'm getting at. To me, I'm looking at this as a new way to look at things, and to on the road to getting rid of or severely reducing property taxes, getting property taxes completely out of the school system.
Yeah,
maybe
I don't
we still have property taxes for
again. This
services.
Yeah, I agree. This isn't that though. This is
I know
more of just they're trying to figure out a different way to get money for schools.
Yeah,
and personally, if they did get property taxes, okay. So let's say they're paying 2.5% now earned income tax, and they got rid of property taxes. Yes, everybody should at that point pay a little bit more. And then the people that are in that working class, that are still working, that are still, that have, kids in schools and stuff like that, younger people, then they could pay an additional, I think they should be paying an additional amount for schools.
So how do you, because you are paying for schools through the state.
Right.
Even without
but I don't think
taxes.
they should be. I think that's awful. So.
Well, it's per our Constitution, the state should fund the schools.
Mm-hmm.
So you think only people who are in school, who have kids in school, should pay for school?
No, I mean, I'm paying. Only working people. I think once you're retired, forget it.
Oh, yeah.
You already did. You already did it. You put kids through school. You worked your whole life, and then it's like, okay, keep bending me over. It's stupid.
I think,
and I'm not going to.
Everybody should pay. So
I don't.
I think everybody should pay for the services in your community.
And that's not towards schools. No, I don't. So I just think schools are. That's what might as well have property taxes at that point.
Okay. I think we found a good topic to discuss later on again. I'm sure we will, because I don't know. I think it's good for everybody to have schools. I think just had to get a different way to pay. I think once you're on a
fixed income, I don't think you should be paying school taxes. That's just how I feel, and that's how I think it should be.
Well, I mean, good thing you're wrong. That's a good thing.
Yeah. Okay.
Moving on slightly, because I don't want to get past this clip, because this is a good clip. I think this will bring us back together, Tom, because I think I have a question for you on this next clip. This is a delirious school student complaining about the cuts they've had to their schools because their levies keep failing. And he's I got a question at the end. Maybe you'll figure it out during the clip. But here we go. Here it is. Delirious schools.
The proposed cuts could mean layoffs, fewer programs, and scaled back student services. Students spoke up about how these changes could impact them.
I've been in almost every club here. I've tried to attempt to do every sport from wrestling all the way to cheer. It's kind of scary to think that the thing you've spent your entire high school career pouring into and building up can be taken away.
Which one do you think he could sell that? Wrestling or cheer?
I have no idea what just happened.
I tried every. What do you mean?
Where's that from?
That's from just a clip I found from looking at these articles. This is from another news story, but I just thought it was funny. He's an Elyria school student that was complaining. And did you know your high school time at your high school was a career? So all that time you've worked at your high school career for the last 18 months. Like, what the hell? What kind of people are we raising? Oh my gosh. What a little whiny little bitch. Hey, I've tried every sport. I haven't made any of them, but I tried all of them, even cheer, and they still won't let me in. What am I going to do?
Okay, I take it back. I think retirees should pay all the taxes for schools because they're the ones who raise the kids that are putting these kids into school.
See, there you go. Well, see how I told you it would bring us together. I couldn't handle that. I just thought I tried wrestling all the way to cheer. Like, wait, you've tried every sport. Wow, you suck. And maybe we'll move on quickly through this next story. This is Canton City Schools. They approved cuts. They approved some cuts, Tom, and their people are not happy. Canton is cutting $18 million, $17.7 million or something to that effect off their budget, which is almost 9%. Almost. They have a $180 million budget, and they're going to cut $17.5 million. Now, what I did was some very rigorous research on this topic. And what I meant with the research was I typed a few words into Google. And, what's the enrollment for Canton schools? Everybody's freaking out because they're cutting $17 million. They're going to cut all these people and poor teachers and, oh my gosh. Okay, so
I think most of it's from attrition too.
A lot of it was the last couple of years they've been cutting attrition, but they're cutting deep now, Tom. They're really cutting deep. They've gone from where is it? Here it is. In the last 10 years, I should say, Canton City School Districts in Ohio has experienced a significant long-term decline in student enrollment, dropping from 13,000 students in 2000 to approximately 8,000 now. You think if your enrollment gets cut by 40%, you need all the funding still. You need more funding. Oh, by the way, they're shutting down buildings, but they're currently building 2 new ones. How? Yeah, that's about all I have to say about that. And what are you getting? I guess the other thing, what are you getting for your money in Canton? How do we grade schools? Do you remember? What's the best way to grade a school? Like, what's that one metric that you can really just look at a school and say whether they're doing good or bad?
How many graduated, right?
What's the graduation rate, right?
I think so.
Canton City Schools, I think last I looked, it was 73%.
Holy shit.
27% of their students don't graduate. More than a quarter of those kids don't graduate. What is the budget of Canton City Schools? I didn't pull that part. If I remember correctly, they were over $20,000 a student. Well,
for all their grades, entire
if you do the quick math, I think it was 180 million, roughly 180 million, something like that. So yeah, $21,000 a student. And the reason that's so high?
Yeah, retirees should be paying for that.
That everybody should be paying for that. If I got to pay for it,
no.
Only for pre-tax income, I'm going to say. The reason that's so high, because they've increased levies over the years as they decrease students. So now it's 20,000. Cleveland's like 19. Why can't I go? I can go to a high school in a lot of places in Ohio and pay like 12 or 13 grand to put my kid through school. Why does it cost so much in Canton? Why does it cost so much in Cleveland? Because no one's paying attention. No one's paying attention to the money that's being spent. Cut it all. Lop it off and start again. That's the only way to do it.
You know who's paying attention? Retirees. They're the ones voting no.
Yeah.
They're probably the only ones voting no when the levy comes in.
So wouldn't it be better if they didn't pay any property tax and paid a lot lower tax for city services? Because it was distributed to the entire city and not just property owners. That would be great.
Yeah, that's great if they get rid of property tax.
Right. And that's what I'm going after. I don't want just these freaking Band-Aids. Which brings us to what we haven't mentioned in a while is the axthetax.org. Go to this site, axthetax.org. Go sign the petition. Get it on the ballot. Make your opinion known because they are not very happy about it. Here is Serino, Jerry Serino. A couple months ago, this is from Brian Massey's YouTube page. This is one of the guys running the I think he's lobbyist for citizens.com. And he's part of the group doing the ballot initiative for the Axe the Tax. And he just pulled this off his YouTube. This is Serino. Well, he posted it 3 months ago. Brian did. I'm not shortly after that, I'm sure this was. And kind of what we thought was right, what they're going to do.
You can imagine property tax issues are the number one issues that we're dealing with in Columbus.
I think.
But there's one message that I want to share with everybody here, and it's been written about a lot and talked about a lot, and that is the petition that's floating around to eliminate property taxes, or to declare that it is unconstitutional to collect property taxes is irresponsible.
Irresponsible.
If you look at your tax receipts from July, take a look at all the institutions, all the groups that are levying the value of our property. Okay, it's not just the schools. That's the largest percentage for virtually every community. But we're talking about police levies. We're talking about libraries, senior citizens levies. In some cases, Lakeland Community College doesn't work. And I think it's an irresponsible proposal that they are floating around. And they're trying to give that no weight at all.
Irresponsible.
Give it no support. In fact, tell 100 people that you know that it would be ridiculous to support that. If it gets on the ballot, we're going to all have to work together to defeat it. And we'll see.
Yes, tax me more. That's what I want. Tax me more. And then most recently, of course, we got to have our lovely governor, Michael DeWine.
It would just be devastating to all kinds of local government, starting with schools, but also police and fire and children's services and mental retardation levies. All of those would go away.
Yeah, you need those retardation
and
levies.
We would be in a huge crisis in the state of Ohio. Sales tax would go up to a 17, 18, 19%, 20% sales tax in the state of Ohio on products that you buy. So it would just be absolutely devastating.
Devastating, he says. 20% sales tax, he says. You're a moron. Oh, wait, you're a... Douchebag. That's our wonderful governor. So go to axthetax.org, sign the petition, go find out where it's at, get it on the ballot. Don't listen to Tom. It's going to pass, I'm telling you.
Oh, if we get it on the ballot,
it's not going to pass.
Well, it's going to be fun to watch.
Scare tactics already starting.
Yeah.
That was DeWine scare tactics. 20% income tax rate. No, that's not going to be the case. I don't think so. And as we talked in the past many times, we need to hold these people accountable because $22,000 for a 73% graduation rate in Canton. All right, next is, yes. Thank you for listening. We do appreciate listening. We would really appreciate if you share the show, maybe subscribe to it, send a link to your friends, tell them to check out this new show if they're interested in what's going on in Ohio. Really appreciate you listening. Check out crookedrivercast.com. Send us an email. Tell us which one you agree with. crookedrivercast@gmail.com. crookedrivercast@gmail.com. We should get another email. It's like Tom's right at Crooked Rivercast and Rob's right at crookedrivercast.com.
I don't want overflow.
And check us out. We appreciate you listening. And don't forget the blog. It's got so much on there now. You can go back months now and check out stories, revisit things, follow up. It's a good resource now. Check out what's going on in Ohio. All right, I think
you know what I promised people I would send a link to this. So Ohio tax locations in their county, and I zoned out for a second here because I'm sending them the links.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry,
go to
I'm doing
Act the
double
Tax.
duty.
Yeah, if you go Act the Tax, then the link we have, it goes right to the front page, and it'll tell you. All right, I think we got to take a peek behind this curtain, behind the door here, see what's going on down in Columbus. Critters are doing Critter Corner. These, I think all three of these stories, ooh, that kind of creeps me out a little bit. I think all three of these stories would go under what the hell? Why? Really? Really? This is what you're doing in Columbus? Maybe one is slightly needed, possibly. All right, start with.
This was a good lineup.
Yeah. Start with SB 341. SB 341, if passed, will make underage marriage illegal. Now, I thought, what? Wait, it's not? Well, it kind of is, except if you're 17 and you marry somebody who is less than 4 years older than you, you can still get married. So
Shotgun wedding.
So this bill is very specific for a very specific number of people.
Like isn't it weird?
Like, how many people do this?
I'm sure there are. But I mean, what's the difference between a 17 and an 18-year-old at this? Like, I imagine it's mostly happening because they got preggo and they want to do it right.
Oh, I see. According to 2017 report by Ohio Women's Public Policy Network, between 2000 and 2015, nearly 4,400 girls aged 17 or younger, some as young as 14, were married in Ohio. Oh, boy.
Well, yeah, you get into the backwoods over there in southern Ohio.
4,400 over 15 years.
So yeah, but I think they changed the 14-year thing a little bit more recently.
300
right?
a year?
Okay.
200 and yeah, seems like a lot, but I guess 11 million people.
People get pregnant.
But as young as 14, they get married?
I think the last one was 2015 for 14.
Okay. Then
yeah.
So this really is specifically if you're 17 and you want to marry somebody who's 22?
Yeah. 21.
You can't. But now
22, yeah.
Now you can, and they want to try to stop that. I guess.
I don't know. I would think there's parents that want them to get married, especially if the girl got pregnant and they're in the church type of thing. You know, in the eyes of God, they want them married. Sure. I'm okay with that.
I mean, I guess, but the worst reason to get married is because of a kid.
Not if you're in a church and you're from a small county.
Well, I get it. I get what they're trying to do, but it is a good sacrifice you're sacrificing your life for that child, which is great. I just think, I understand what you're saying. I think I think people that are growing up in the suburbs and urban areas don't really see a lot of this. This is a little bit more of the rural area. Mm-hmm. Amish, maybe even, Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah. But this doesn't apply to them, though. Probably doesn't.
I don't know. Actually, they have to get a marriage certificate, don't they? I don't know. Actually, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
With Amish.
I don't know.
And how is this going to stop anybody? Because you can still go to church and get married, right, especially in these little backwood type of congregations.
It always confused me why I had to get permission to get married.
I think that's just for, I don't know if it's permission. I think that's just to make sure taxes and all that stuff.
17-year-olds. Yeah. So that's it. That's really it. That's on that one. That's it. So kind of, but really, I mean, this is what we're doing in Columbus. Next is even better. This one they get better as they go. This next one is kind of amusing to me because Ohio lawmakers continue to push for a bill.
Oh yeah, we talked about this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Protecting sports officials after recent altercations. So I always think of,
so a referee gets assaulted. Is that a different type of an assault?
Yes. That's my point. Yes. How about just prosecute these people?
Yeah. It's stupid.
how I like because it says this law is going to protect. How is the law going to protect the ref? Is the law going to come out on the court and protect the ref? No, it's not.
Punching somebody's that's an assault. You can press charges. So how is this going to change anything?
It's like hate crime.
You know what? Maybe the referee wouldn't have to press charges. It's just the state can.
Really, from all I can see is that HB 79, if passed, the law would mandate steeper fines and community service for anyone convicted of assaulting a sports official.
Oh, okay. So it really doesn't change. Like if the ref doesn't want to prosecute, then it doesn't change anything. Right?
It doesn't say that, at least in the article. And
that's what I'm curious about. Like maybe right now, like if somebody punches me in a bar, I have to press charges, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yep. So same with a ref, I would assume.
Yes, probably.
So does this make it so they don't have to, but now the state can, like the league can report it and then the state can go after him?
It does not appear that way.
It doesn't, right?
It does not appear that way. But ref crime is hate crime. So keep that in mind. Ref crime is hate
punch
crime.
in the face is hate.
I trust me. I've had
in the moment.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's always like what's a hate crime? Yeah. I think when he was stabbing him to death, he was hating him. Yeah. I definitely don't think you need to maybe just make the crime in general more. Punching anybody. I don't know. I just think prosecuting some of these a little bit harder would probably prevent them. Maybe make an example out of some of them. I don't know.
Again, I'm wondering, does the but I mean, what did it? So it's mandating that it's just mandating.
They're just making it because it's a ref. It's like the same thing as.
So if somebody punches me by mistake in a bar, it's not worth as much as parents punching a ref.
I have cousins who did some coaching.
Yeah.
For basketball. And he actually had to go on the court and separate a mother from attacking another kid. Not her kid, another kid. And he was a coach on the opposite team. And the ref gave him a technical because he went out on the court. The ref wasn't going to do anything. But my cousin went out there and did it. And the team got penalized because he saved the kid from getting swacked by this woman. Yeah. Yeah. So, I guess you could, to that story, you could say maybe sometimes the refs deserve it, but he was like, I ain't getting involved. And he's like, but the kid, these are like, I think under 10.
Kids sports are so weird. Parents are so weird.
Yes. I get it. But man, it's not that important. It's not your exit strategy. Don't have your kids be your kid's sports career be your retirement plan.
Yeah, I
think that's what a lot of people
That's a very urban way to feel.
Oh yeah.
I think that's a lot of inner city school. You get a good basketball player. I think that is their exit strategy.
Yeah, it's
or
at least a way to get to school, a way to pay for school.
Yeah.
And conveniently enough, or coincidentally enough, which is not a coincidence, but my cousin mentioned it's only certain schools in the city. And I think one of them might have been Canton.
Is that the one we talked about where the football players, where was that at?
No, that was Was that Massillon?
That was Massillon.
Yeah, Massillon. Oh, the kids got pepper sprayed because that kid had like a few more black kids than the other team, apparently.
Yeah. Macedonia or Massillon? Massillon, I think.
I could have been in my Massillon, yeah. Next one, and again, it doesn't get any better. So the next one is HB 304. Again, these are all in committees and stuff. HB 304. They want to pass legislation to extend recess for kids. We have to have legislation. We have to legislate school recess.
That would be a good thing for the community to vote on, right? Or the parents to vote on.
The school, yeah, something.
Yeah.
I get they want minimums and stuff. So now the way it is now, they have K through 6 are required 15 minutes of physical activity a day.
Two 15-minute periods, right. So half hour a day.
And the bill wants to extend it to K through 8, 30 minutes twice a day.
Right.
And they want to put all kinds of stuff in there too. Like if you play sports, you can be exempt, a waiver from PE, because there's also currently high school kids have to have 120 hours of PE for their high school career. before they graduate. And they want to open that up to more types of, not just school. Like right now, I think if you're in a football team, you don't have to take PE because you get your physical activity through practice and all that stuff. And they want to expand that to like outside travel, club teams, that kind of stuff. Okay. This is what they do in Columbus, people. This is what they do. I think 30 minutes twice a day for an 8th grader for recess might be a bit much. I think they could be spending that 30 minutes doing some schoolwork, probably. For 9th grade.
I think it's okay for, well, it doesn't matter what I think. I don't have kids in the system. I think each school should be voting. I do think for the grade school kids, that's okay because there's a lot of energy there for those young men.
Yeah, I agree. Definitely recess is great. I'm just thinking of how much time they have during the day. It's already kind of limited. They're already cramming things in their schedule as it is because you got to do all this testing. Like, we did it back when we were in school. It's now even more now, all these map tests and this and that.
They're doing too much of that, I think.
I get you're trying to balance the recess, get physical activity. I'm thinking while you're in school, you should be doing school things. Physical activity, let your parents handle that.
I think the grade school, especially 7th and 8th, I'm kind of like iffy on that.
Too much. That's way too much.
Kind of, yeah. I don't even
30
remember
minutes is fine.
I don't even remember having recess when I was in 7th and 8th grade.
No, I didn't
tell you
have
the
recess.
truth.
I was in middle school.
It was just from kindergarten to 6th grade for me.
Yeah.
And I think it's good to make kids, I mean, they look really soft.
Yeah.
I do. I mean, I see these
this
boys.
Isn't gonna do anything.
You know what? Make them climb up. I think some of the things they're doing is good. Bringing back some of those challenges that were taken away even when I was in school, like climbing a rope and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I think it's good, but this is
it's got to be a state mandated thing. No, it should be each school, each community should have its own, not this broad brush. It doesn't work for every place. Yeah.
And the thing is, not every kid needs that, or, if I have a kid that's a total nerd in math, then I'd rather him spending an extra half hour a day on math, I guess,
And then the other big push was to get students who play organized sports, like club sports or out of town sports, gives them, if they don't have to do PE, they can have time to do the schoolwork and all this other stuff. So there was a lot in the article. Check it out. A lot of, kids that do a lot in sports. There's one girl for hockey.
But this is what we are paying our reps to do.
Yes. It doesn't seem all that important, but I guess let us know if we're wrong because, moving along because, we're running right on time, I think. So next we have, let me make sure I'm following along here. Yes, Critter Corner is done. Close that door up. And next, we're going to get on to this next story. I saw this come across a week or so ago, and it is a story on Channel 3 is investigating who profits from speeding cameras. And a couple of weeks ago, we talked about, what did we talk about? Willoughby Hills a couple of weeks ago?
Yeah.
$5 million a year for the past 2 years.
Was it Willoughby? Yeah. Was that Willoughby or New?
No, it was Willoughby.
Okay.
That was 271 and 90.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. They've done it for the past 2 years. That's where I asked, well, because ODOT told the city, hey, you got some speeders in your area. And I was like, how do they know? What system do they use to find that out? And then we find out to be over $10 million a year, or $5 million a year for the past 2 years. And this is, so I will look into this a little bit more. And the story kind of goes off the rails real quick as I did a slight dive into it. And here, we'll just go right with my clip here and we'll talk about it after.
Our latest 3 News investigation discovered that depending on what camera catches you,
if you can point it out.
a local mayor's company gets paid, racking up well over $1 million in speeding ticket revenue over the past few years. 3 News investigates reporter
Which mayor, Tom?
has the story.
Speed trap tickets can put a serious dent in your wallet. But for Trevor Elkins, business is booming.
So I bring the entire package together in a way that manages it for the municipality.
Elkins was first elected mayor in Newburgh Heights in 2011, but resigned in 2022 after pleading guilty to campaign finance violations.
Okay.
Elkins was re-elected in 2023, but in the year and a half away from office, he developed Targeting and Solutions Limited.
I had to look to use my skill set and my experience to basically take care of
connections,
my family.
It's a traffic camera consulting business that claims to create safer, more efficient communities.
What I decided to do is use some of the experience that I had gained and learned in my prior term as mayor to assist other municipalities with their speeding problem.
Records reviewed by 3 News confirm targeting is a popular option for local communities. We obtained 4 active contracts. I asked Elkins to describe what's included in his company's services.
The number one and most important aspect of it is I engage the processor.
Elkins isn't stopping speeders or writing tickets himself, but he coordinates with ticket processors, third-party companies who issue citations. He works to address issues in real time, while also giving clients access to a local expert in case of potential audits or legal action.
Processors are kind of disconnected from the community and the neighborhood and the elected officials. So they come in, they set up the cameras, and then they run. But there's no local understanding or management of all of the rest of the stuff that goes with it, the legal aspect.
The system is designed to deter dangerous speeding, and ticket revenue can sometimes generate major cash flow. Going toward road repair and public service agencies.
Or to your mayor.
But it does not come free. Public contracts show targeting typically takes a $25,000 retainer. From there, the company is paid 38 to 40% of every ticket written from the cameras Elkins helps maintain, with municipalities raking in the rest.
As I sit here right now, I am struggling to identify any real strategic component of a traffic camera system that would be worth paying somebody to help you exploit.
Elkins' operation is legal, but is it ethical for a sitting elected official to make hundreds of thousands of dollars off taxpayer tickets? And what value is being added years after these systems are set up?
That money is being siphoned away from taxpayers.
It's a question that some local officials share.
Yeah, questions. What do you think about that?
I think the people in Newburgh Heights are retarded. They voted him in by 70%. He got 70% of the vote.
This is the city that we talk about sometimes, up 71, if you're going to Cleveland.
Yeah. You got the guy sitting there with a camera. Yep.
That's Newburgh Heights. And they went to court twice to defend that, being able to do that. And I think they argued that they had to they needed the revenue. I think that was one of their arguments.
Yeah. I don't think they won, and somehow they're still able to do it.
No, I thought they did win. Or maybe not. I don't know. I thought they won both cases. I remember.
But the main argument was how much of the highway do they really have? Mm-hmm. And was it Lindale that was the one that lost? That
was the one that lost, I think. But that was long. That was like late early 2000s.
That didn't deal with cameras. That just dealt with them giving.
That was old school.
Yeah.
It was a cop in a car sitting there.
Yeah. And and boy, they were the type that would pull you over for doing a mile over, but they're the ones who lost.
Yeah, because they were doing speeding trap. They were doing more of a hiding the cop, and then
it also had to deal with how much of the highway was really part of
such a sliver, and then they would probably pull you over and out of their jurisdiction and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, Lindale was horrible for that. I don't remember seeing any cops there recently in the last few years.
I haven't driven that way regular, on the regular, but I haven't seen one there in probably 10 years at this point.
Yeah. So here we have the mayor of a city, a very small city, mind you, not that I don't know how much that matters, but it is a very small city. And he owns a business coordinating traffic camera companies with other municipalities into contracts for speeding cameras. How is that not a conflict?
Well, he's taking revenue from Peninsula. It doesn't say anything about Newburgh, from what I can tell you.
Yeah, I don't know. The cameras they point out in the article or in the news story, and of course it'll be on the blog, you can check it out, is they're like on posts.
Right. It's not the guy sitting there.
But
right.
I don't. Part of this is, this is better for the cities because they don't have to hire somebody. They have to hire a whole crew to do all this IT work and set it, all that kind of stuff. So they're hiring third parties, which I understand to some point. I don't like it. I get why they're doing it. It's actually efficient instead of hiring a bunch of people to do it. But
okay.
So I would imagine those systems that they're using in Newburgh because those are like almost like binocular looking kind of things, like a gun that he puts up to his face and it connects to something. Why wouldn't he be involved in that too? That's a system that they need somebody to administer and all that stuff. So I don't know if it's limited to only cameras, fixed cameras, but it does not mention Newburgh. That's the point. But why wouldn't it be there? You're saying, he owns his company.
Anything. I'm just saying there's a contract with Peninsula.
Yeah. Why don't they bring up Newburgh? That's kind of weird. Maybe they don't have one, but I'm saying, would he let the contract go to somebody else? I don't know.
But the whole traffic camera thing drives me insane because they say it's for your safety, and I don't believe that.
It's not for your safety at all.
Yeah,
and that's kind of what they bring up in this article. Is accidents have actually increased. They've gone up some years, they've gone down some years, and then last year they went up like 10%. And they go, well, it's the accidents are better because there's people are going slower, so they're better accidents.
Yeah. I mean, I just don't like. Yeah, to me, like if you really want to slow people down, put a cop there, put a cop car down there, and don't worry about tickets. People are just going to slow down.
Yeah,
it's. I know it's not as efficient, but at least it's. Let's say at least I'll believe you a little bit more if you do it that way, that it's for our safety.
And it doesn't become a revenue source as much because you don't have to. You pay them 40% and you take 60%. Seems like a good deal for the city. You don't have to pay a cop overtime and pay for his car.
You don't have to pay anybody. You're just getting money, right?
Yeah. Once it's set up, $25,000, and I bet in the first 6 months you make all that back.
Easy.
In some cases, they were going over, and we'll have a video up there too. It's kind of how I started. This was a YouTube video from Channel 3, and then they had a report a couple days later. But they're talking about $1 million over the last couple of years, the last 3 years to Peninsula. But some of these, they're getting $20,000, $30,000 a year, which doesn't seem like a lot when you're talking about Willoughby Hills having $5 million or Peninsula having $1 million. But for a small rural community, an extra $20,000 is huge. That's a large amount of money to just flush in. So it's very inviting, or it's very tempting for these cities to take on. And in the article, in some of these news reports, there are some cities that are saying, no, this is not about safety. This is about cash flow. And there's a shot of this guy, Trevor, at a city council meeting, and the city council people saying, no, I'd love the cash. I'd love to have this cash. He goes, but it's at what cost? At what cost? And so there are some cities that are turning it down, but not many. They're popping up all over the place. The good thing in Ohio, I think they have to put up a sign that's something that states that there's camera enforcement or something like that.
Yeah, I see that all over the place. They don't do it with the Newburgh one, and I think that's because there's an actual human being. Yes. I'm using human being lately, doing it.
Usually a big fat turd, but yes.
Yes. Well, I've told you this before. It's like, I can't believe that guy's willing to do that.
He thinks he's doing a service.
No, he doesn't. He's just doing it because there's a paycheck.
Yeah, that's the service. He gets a paycheck. So yeah, check it out. I mean, it's pretty infuriating what they're doing, and the fact that this guy, there's got to be something ethical. There's got to be something you can do about it. I don't think there is, but he's the total package. He's just going, hey, mayor to mayor, come on, check it out, and he's got an in. He's not using his talents. What talents did he have being the mayor of Newburgh Heights to get him No, your talents are your connections, buddy. Your talents are your connections.
You know what's weird is like they had a mayor, Gigi Trey or something. I don't know how to pronounce that last name, from 2018 to 2022. And she lost to him by, 70 to 25. She had to be terrible. I mean, geez, that's a huge.
That's a huge disparity there.
Yeah.
Huge difference. Yeah. Huge. I don't know. Apparently she was terrible because this guy got busted for campaign finance.
Yeah. Jesus. Wow.
I mean, that could be, campaign finance is a lot of bullshit too, but
sometimes if you're getting busted, there's got to be it's smoke.
It's got to be some, you would think, because there's a lot of campaign, because it's so convoluted sometimes, the campaign finance laws. And it could be used against you. He could have been legit. It could have been a legit campaign finance fraud, or it could have been used against him. Who knows?
It could have been a legitimate mistake too.
Yes,
it's easy because like you said, it's so convoluted. It's easy to make a mistake.
Yeah, and a lot of times that's why you get a slap on the wrist, because they look at it like, oh, he just wrote the check with the wrong something on it, or blah blah blah, and it wasn't nefarious. But who knows? But your political opponents will use it to get you out of office. So it could have been easily, but I don't know. He seems a little slimy to me.
A little sus there.
And in another part of the other clip I have, the YouTube article or YouTube video shows the Channel 3 reporter confronting the Peninsula mayor after a meeting, and he was none too happy. And it's like, just answer the questions, dude. When he says, hey, can I answer some questions about this traffic cams? He goes, no, talk to Targeted Solutions. That's who I hire. And you walk away. You're like, dude, I automatically think you're guilty now. I automatically think you're slimy in some way. Like, why? I get reporters are a pain in the butt, but when you do that, you just make yourself look horrible. Check it out. It's pretty interesting. And watch for traffic cams. I get them all the time, all around the state. It's crazy. All right. Next, we have very important public service announcement. It's not just yellow snow. Don't eat any snow, Tom. Don't eat any snow. This is actually a Channel 3 article that they pulled from their St. Louis affiliate. And it's basically a story about don't eat any snow. It's poison. It's poison. And they use a doctor from the Environmental Health Sciences at Ohio State University, the American Lung Association, Nationwide Children's Hospital Pediatric Department to ask questions on, is this true? My kids have had this. There's a lot of recipes online for how to take snow and make stuff out of it. And so this reporter decided to start asking questions, and her answers were, yes, it's true. Snow does contain pollutants and stuff that picks up in the air.
You got a clip?
No.
Oh, but it says, don't eat. It says it's okay to eat snow. That's how it finishes. Freshly fallen snow on less windy days, snow that's bright white, snow that has never been plowed, and snow that has never been touched the ground. What? So snow that's on top of snow, basically. So
bright white is the most important thing. Bright white. It's not yellow.
Right. No yellow snow. But are there kids that like eating like the black snow on the side of
It's chocolate snow. No, but there's, as the internet will do, you can go outside and get some snow. You can make ice cream out of it. You can go out and get snow. You can make this out of it and that out of it. I'm like, well, yeah, you can. It's not going to kill you. I think that was the moral of the story here. I was like, yeah, you could eat it, but it does have some pollutants in it. And it's not like something that we'd recommend you eating. It's kind of like drinking rainwater out of a puddle. You probably want to filter it first.
Well, probably not even from a puddle. I mean,
no, it's not even that bad. Yeah.
Yeah. Whatever. They need to write something.
Yeah, exactly. I just thought it'd be, I like the bright white part. Make sure it's bright white. What are you trying to say?
They called Ann Allred. Hey, we need an article. Write me something. She Googled something for 2 minutes.
No, she didn't even do that. She says in the article, if you watch the report, she says her kids brought it up from the internet about making stuff out of snow, and she wanted to find out. So she's like, let me pull this right out of my butt, and we'll use this as a story. That's exactly what happened. Got to fill. We need some filler.
That's funny.
Okay. Moving on to a final segment.
We bring good things to light.
And besides Trump's assassin going to life in prison, we're going to start with Ohio. For the first time, is set to host some Olympic events for 2028. Now, I would say the only issue I have here is it is soccer. Or as they call it, Olympic football. And I'm calling BS on that because it's America, buddy. This is soccer. Soccer, not American, not Olympic football. And what they're planning on doing for the 2028 LA Olympics is taking some of the matches, elimination matches, the knockout matches, that kind of stuff, group stages, blah, 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 and kind of spread them out throughout the country at the different locations. And one of them is probably going to be it's lower.com field. It used to be Scott's Miracle Grow Field outside of Columbus, where the Columbus Crew plays. And it's just north of Columbus. I pass it up every now and again when I'm going down there. And it's be the first time that Ohio's ever hosted an Olympic event. Unfortunately, it's for soccer. Can't have it all, guys. People can't have it all. So they have a crew currently has a stadium that holds about 20,000 people. And they got certain requirements they got to hit. And Columbus hits those. The other Major League Soccer venues will be located in New York, Nashville, St. Louis, San Jose, and San Diego. So that should be pretty cool.
I think this year the World Cup is in the States, right?
I think you're right.
Yeah, I believe so. Big year for soccer.
Yeah, okay.
Well, the World Cup's huge.
Yeah, it is. I know. I just like to make fun of it because it's America. We always make fun of soccer, even though the world makes fun of us for not watching it.
Yeah, it's just too long of a sport with not much going on.
Yeah, it's similar to baseball. In a way, there's a lot of nothing happening for a while, and then all of a sudden.
Yeah, I guess, but it's kind of like I think you have. That's a whole discussion.
We're jointly hosting it this year.
I am not. Okay, with Canada, right?
And Mexico, yeah.
Okay, so it's a North America thing.
Yeah,
I see. Yeah, soccer. I mean, those are some of the best athletes as far as like they run the entire 90 minutes. There's no.
Oh yeah, those fields are enormous.
Yeah,
they're huge. Like the soccer we're used to here, or football, like the indoor stuff. It's a fraction of the size of that kind of stuff. It's huge.
Yeah. Soccer's a cool sport, but it's just nobody's going to watch it ever here.
Yeah, there's no violence. There's nobody smashing helmets together and stuff. It's kind of like baseball kind of fell to the wayside. A lot of it, I think, hockey and basketball.
I think
fast pace. I
think part of baseball too was just too many. Started taking too long, and all the pitcher changes. It was just so much cooler when it was even in the 80s. It was cooler. Just had fewer
pauses to the game. They've gotten rid of some of that, but unfortunately, I don't watch baseball anymore. So
yeah.
And
the thing that I think really ruined baseball and sports in general is just all the money grubbing from the players. It's hard to get behind a team when the players are always different.
Now, the Cleveland baseball team, they just signed, I don't know why we even got in this, but they just signed, what's his name? Jose, oh my gosh, can't forget his name. But our second baseman or shortstop, whatever, he's been from the farm system. He's staying the whole time. And that's the story because he's one of the few players that will stay with a team through his whole career.
Yeah, well, that's cool. That's just rare.
Jose Ramirez.
Yeah.
He just signed a deal with probably income for the rest of his career in Cleveland, which is kind of cool, but it's so rare it becomes a story.
But I also think that teams I think we could have kept players that we just were like, no, let's get rid of them. But it makes it look like the players leaving because of money.
Yeah.
Like we could have offered them, or they make it a late offer. This is a whole baseball discussion. We can go into 1990s and early 2000s Cleveland Indians stuff.
Yeah, but we can't because we have one more story to talk about. Oh. It would not be wintertime without a good old dog rescue story. Somebody got a new toy. And that's basically it. It's from our friends in Claremont County. Claremont County Safety found a struggling dog. Got a call about a struggling dog in Pierce Township after residents heard a dog. They called after residents heard a dog crying for help, and they sent the rescue team out. And the dog they got the dog. He's all warmed up. He's happy. They don't mention anything about the owner. Oh, he's going to the animal control, Claremont County Animal Control, and hopefully they'll find his owners. Animal experts advise owners to keep their pets on a leash when they're outside and never to go after your dog if they're in the cold water.
We don't know how the dog ended up there. Huh? Yeah.
Nope.
That's a shame.
Doesn't mention anything about smacking up the owners upside the head or anything like that. Nope. Doesn't mention anything. And I mean, can we build a dog for the rescue? Because I'm sure that costs a lot of money. The city just can't afford it.
Mm.
If you don't want to pay for it, then don't go out in their lake. Dog.
It's obviously a runaway, right?
Yeah, probably. Cute looking dog, though. But yeah, you got to watch those pooches, man. It's not just, they could have ran away. Who knows? It happens all the time. But keep your dogs on a leash, especially in wintertime, because it could turn quite tragic. But that's it. That's where we end on a good old heartwarming dog story. And that's it. I would like to thank you, everybody, for listening. Thank you for your time. We appreciate it. Please subscribe to the podcast. Send it to your friends. Send us an email, crookedrivercast@gmail.com. Check out the blog. Monday mornings when the show comes out, crookedrivercast.com. Send us your feedback. And that's it, Tom. I think we're done. I talk to everybody next week.
Peace.